I don't know how to drive the manual.
Oh, me too, bro.
Yeah, I just wait for it to go, and then I hit the stick.
This is sick. Pretty decent.
Is this LSD, Tim?
Nah.
So right here? Bodie.
Spool.
Oh.
Alright, let's have a look under a party car. Alright, let's start at the back. So, this is a 4-link rear. So, bottom link here. And you can see it's got adjustable top arms, which is pretty cool. Aftermarket sway bar. It's got 2 coils of spring. Look how short those springs are. That's funny as. I suspect that these shocks aren't doing a whole lot from the way this thing drives, so I might look at getting them. And oh sweet, so we've got an adjustable panhard rod. That's handy. That means we can get the diff in exactly the right spot when it's lowered. New bushes in here, which is pretty nice. That's pretty good. Exhaust wise, dead stock at the start. Still got the cat.
Look at the
and then
bracket.
He's gone to 2.5 with just a hot dog, and that's it. No more muffler, and it actually sounds amazing.
Sure is amazing.
Look at his bracket.
Oh yeah, that's beautiful. That's very nice. So a set of blasties. I keep scraping on things, but it actually sounds amazing. I'm quite surprised with how good this actually sounds. So that's the rear end. It's not overly complicated. And then solid rear axle. And this has had 3 9 gears in the back with a mini spool. So you can see when the wheels turn, they're connected. There's no slip, no limited slip. Oh. Alright, so they're loose.
Oh, that is loose.
Alright, so this is what we're here to do. We're just having a good look under the car, getting it ready for the first track day. So this is the T5 gearbox. Apparently this one's stronger than the Get Rag, from what people have told me. Now, what I'm curious to see is what's involved here for the lock mods. Okay, so we've cut and shut the actual arm there to get extra lock. Leave it there. Leave it there. Plenty of clearance here. So I'm going to have a look at what's involved, see if we can get some extra lock out of it. We've got heaps of room. Looks like it's an aftermarket arm with a modified knuckle. KYZ supersportracing.com shocks, coilovers that look like they're pretty railed. And then this is the standard caster rod for the Commodore. But to be honest, I actually really don't mind the feel of the front of this compared to my VY Daily. The way it drives is actually, I've actually really been enjoying it. And then the Ecotech. So the VS's didn't actually come out with the Ecotech until the later model, Series 2, and the Series 2 got independent rear suspension. So this is a bit of a mishmash with the better motor and the live axle, which is in my opinion. So there we go, that's underneath the party car. I would have expected this to be a bit more scraped up with just how low this car is.
Slipping. Oh, that engine fan's hot.
I told you.
It's coming out soon. That's some hot oil.
So I'm curious to see, there's a little trick that you can do on the Corollas where you can use more of the steering rack. So I'm just curious to see if I can do the same thing with the Commodore, because I've got more room to do stuff. So let's have a look at how this works. I'm trying to find what actually stops the lock. So here, the rack end's actually bottoming out on the rack. So that's what's stopping the lock. There's still clearance here. Full disclosure, I should be doing this with the weight on the suspension, not with the weight hanging, but the car's that low that there's not actually really much droop. So it doesn't really change a whole lot, but it looks like I've still got a nice gap here. So that's my limiting factor. I might be able to machine a spacer ring for here. So if I can make the rack travel further before it hits this stop, then we can get a bit more lock out of the rack. You'd be surprised how much sort of 10, 15, 20 mil will give you a lot more lock. So that's something we can probably look at in the future. But my goal with this car is I just want to drive it the way that Benny built it, that Bogenzuku built it. Let's drive it the way that he built it, have some fun, and try not to modify too much. But I can't help myself. I got to see if we can get some more lock out of it. We'll do it with your left hand then.
I'm righty.
Yeah, you gotta have good grip strength in both hands.
Show me how many hands you got. It looks like there's 2 there to me.
Yeah, right.
There it is. Upside down there.
Mate.
Will it handle me beating the clutch like it owes me money?
Maybe.
Mine?
Yep. You can see here a nice little bit of relief has been made for making sure that the car runs low enough to be at an acceptable height for a drift car.
Yeah, there's no...
What do you reckon, Aiden? Do you reckon he's hit it with a hammer, or do you reckon it's this hitting the floor?
There's no scratch mark, so you must be hitting it with a hammer.
So no, Aidie's saying there's no marks on this, so we reckon that's been manually relieved. That's what we want to see.
Benny, what have you been doing?
Drift car things. So the taper of these wheel nuts, this wheel also has a taper, so it's really important that you make sure that the style of wheel nut that you've got works with the style of wheel that you got. That's why we're doing this test, make sure everything works together. Before we bought the party car, it was at a party, and I don't know what this other car was doing. I don't know what sort of rubber this is, but it does not want to come off. I've already washed the car once at the car wash, and all this rubber won't come off, so
I'll stick it to you.
we're just trying to get the rubber off the side of this.
Are we gonna have to take it for a test drive with this?
You really want to go out for a drive in it, don't you?
Well, I'm just wondering for clearance, because you can't see anything when
Just
it's
say,
lowered.
Tim, I really want to go out for another ride in it. Can we take it out, please?
I really want to go for another drive.
All right,
We're going
then.
for a drive.
So don't give me this, oh, can we test this?
Got some drip. Oh, she's a bit wet.
So I've got to fix this gutter rash. And I just got to fix it. All right, time to party. So Lewis got his P plates. What did you go buy me?
Fire extinguisher for the VS.
Sick.
Wax grease remover.
All right, so what are we going to do tonight?
Install this, and I don't know what we're going to do with that.
So you bought race helmets, because
Nice.
why not?
Go on, show us.
Yep.
So we're heading out drifting it this weekend. So the boys are having to gear up a bit. Look at that.
Fluorescent yellow.
Fancy. I like it. What did you get, Lewis?
Plain old white.
White one. Full face as well.
Full face.
Sick.
Sexy.
Go drifting on track, we're going to need a kilo fire extinguisher mounted in the car. So that's the job for tonight. All right, so where are you going to mount it? On the dash there?
It's pretty heavy.
All right, so if we do that, that's basically forward of the shifter. So let's go up on the hoist. So we're up under the car. We've decided that if we mount it there, there's nothing to really hit. There's no fuel line or linkages or any sort of wiring or anything. So we found that the latch is just hitting this plastic here, so you want to mark that out. Mark it right in the middle. No, just mark right the center of the, just the center of where the clip is. I don't need your pretty picture. No, the center of the clip. Yes. God.
He's still drawing. That's when you draw a dick.
You want curvage, mate.
I just hit it with the grinder. Make sure that we get, you know, so nothing's catching here. Oh, it's so much better. Before we head out to the racetrack, we're going to do a nut and bolt check. So the lads are going to go over every nut and every bolt under the car and make sure everything's tight before a track day, because one of these bolts comes loose or something comes undone and that will ruin your whole track day. So we're a little bit spoilt. We've got a hoist which allows us to do these types of jobs pretty easily. But yeah, nut and bolt check, get it done. So up under here, we don't have a castle nut and there's no split pin, but for this track day we'll just chuck a splitty in there. That will at least stop the bolt from undoing to a certain extent. So I keep grabbing this because the car's pretty low. You can see where it sort of scratches a bit here, and I grabbed that on a few gutters, and I'm worried I'm going to grab that on the trailer when we load it. So I think what I'm going to do is just load a little skid plate like that, so when it goes up on the trailer it just slides up on and over. It's no longer a catch point, it can just slide up and over. Temperature, so just trying to do some cool down laps and get it to cool down. Yes, let's do it. Nice, nice man. There we go. Dude, you all over this. Get in there, Lewis. Get in there, Lewis! Yes, man! Yes! Get in, son. 80 steering.
Where do the 35 to 40-year-old people hang out?
I want to try to tidy up the party car. I'm not really into the whole like missile looking thing, so Mitch has got a hold of me and he's going to sell us some VR parts really cheap. So 80 and I are heading out to go grab a whole car. I was going to get 4 doors off him, the bonnet and the 2 front guards, but he's just said I'll just sell you the whole car for a really good price. So absolute mad lad. So we're heading out there to go grab that car now. Here we go, VR Commodore. It's VR, isn't it?
Yeah, VR, yeah.
I don't know the difference between VR and VS, but as you can tell, panels are a lot straighter than the party car, and that's what I was originally coming up here to get, but we just decided it's going to be a whole lot easier just to take the whole thing. So we've got the car trailer here. So yeah, it's going to be good. We're going to get all new panels, all new doors for the party car. I guess the one good thing about grabbing the whole vehicle is I've now got a spare diff as well, which is pretty cool. And then we've got some lights, and in the boot we've got a whole heap of more spares as well, which is awesome. So heap of rear tail lights, we're getting the front headlights for it as well. Just all good stuff to have as spares for a drift car. So yeah, that's what we're out here grabbing, and that's going to be a good little project for the lads. They can start swapping over all the better parts onto the car.
With VRs, you've got 6H8 VR. So the 6 is the H, the 6 is the cylinders. The H8 is, I'm pretty sure, the period it was built or where it was built. And then you've got VR written there. So on the party car, it'll say VS.
Yeah, right.
And the only difference between your VS, because it's Series 2, Series 3, is it has Ecotech.
Yep.
Whereas Series 1 VS has the Buick motor.
There you go.
So it's pretty much a VR.
Sick. And this old girl's lived a bit of a life. So we got what's left of a Datsun 1600. This little bit here gave it away when I was having a look, but old speedway car. It's definitely been driven, this thing. What motor was in this one?
Good question. I bought it off a mate like this just for parts, so I think it's the original 1600 motor. Oh no,
That's a Toyota motor.
Yeah, that's
A 3TG?
I think it may be.
The 1.8 litre out of Celica, I reckon.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's the one that come out of that Celica down the back.
All right. So yeah, there you go. You got the Toyota oil cap on it.
Yeah, because
that's hilarious. Don't dent my new bumper, mate.
I said you don't mind though. That's why I asked first.
There we go. Alright, grab it now. See if you can wiggle it off. He's working hard for this one. Come on, surely that's coming off. Look at that. Come on, 80. That's the way, bit of aggression. Good lad.
There you go.
Good work, man. Good work. Good thing we've got a little air compressor with us. Able just to get a bit of air in this tyre. Get us on the trailer. I want to tidy this car up. So this headlight here has had a bit of a hard time.
What's going on here?
We might need to tighten that up. So yeah, this one had a hard life and looks like the bottom mount was already broken. This is all smashed in. So we're going to fit this light here that we got off the white car. So that's the first part to come off the white car and onto the party car. And then that's the whole idea, is that white shell is going to tidy this whole thing up. I reckon even just the guards and bonnet, even just doing those 3 panels is going to make this thing look a million times better.
Is that a fresh bulb?
Now, the white car's lived in a paddock for quite a while, so everything's really dusty. and like has spider webs and everything all over it. So I'm just giving everything a good clean up before it goes back in. Get all the dust and spider webs and everything off of it. It's looking a little bit more respectable with the new headlight. And just unplugging this one and plugging it back in means it works now, so it's pretty good. I gave everything a bit of a wipe down with some alcohol as well, try and get a bit of the overspray off it. But yeah, the old light there was looking pretty ratty. So yeah, there we go. First step to tidying the car up a little bit. New wheels on the front, new headlight. So I think once we get these guards all done, she'll look 10 times better.